Hey guys, welcome back to Astral Diaries. If you, this is mainly for my subscribers. If you've been following my channel, if you just kind of ran into this, then great. But I did a recent upload where I titled it "My 10 Top Questions for Darius J. Wright" or something like that. I think it's called "My Top 10 Questions." Yeah, and in that I made a point of some questions that I would love to see somebody ask Darius. And I'll be honest with you, is Darius has like I think he has like 30 interviews by now, and they're like an hour long. And you can't really remember all of them. And I'm telling you guys, I'm listening to Next Level Soul, the first one. And some of those questions are being answered by Darius. They're not being asked by the interviewer guy. They're not being asked. But as Darius is explaining a lot of stuff, he's actually touching on a lot of those. Actually, some of those questions that I had, which is pretty good because, it's really hard to miss these. To catch these. And it's also like when you read a book, the second time you catch things, where I was in my journey a year ago, because this is like from a year ago versus now. Obviously, I'm in a different place now. But I just wanted to say that this has some really good information. Some of my questions are answered in a way, like partially. If you want to watch my upload, I'll put that in the description too. But the point I'm trying to make is they're not necessarily being asked by the guy, but Darius is kind of answering some of them as far as how he's accessing the information. Just right now as I'm watching, he talks about, like, on the other side they have these things that kind of look like tablets and phones, but it's not. Or the way he goes from one realm to another, he's being led by beings. I would have loved to know how. So, for example, I want to go to Halls of Amente. A being just holds his hand, and boom, there they appear there. Like if you want to be a little bit detailed, but he doesn't answer that. So the point I'm trying to make, guys, is I made that video real quick, and yeah, those questions have not been asked directly, but Darius is kind of answering some of those indirectly as he's trying to explain things, and that's the biggest point I'm trying to make. This is a really good interview. I have not actually seen this since it came out, which was a year ago, and I'm really picking up a lot of good information. So if you guys want to do the same thing, kind of rewatch it, like, he's hitting some really good points on this one. So again, Astro Diaries, please like, share, subscribe if you're interested in this topic, and that's it for now.